let's talk about how to stretch your neck, how to get rid of your headaches in 60 seconds with active release technique. Hi, Dr. David Kulla here with Synergy Wellness, Chiropractic and Physical Therapy in New York City. Today I'm going to go over a at-home great stretching technique, better than any other stretching technique you've ever tried. Really, this stretch is awesome. So you've all heard of ART, active release technique. What that means is you're actively helping to release that tight muscle, that stiff muscle, right? So active release technique is different than trigger point therapy or myofascial release in that you're actively moving the joint or the muscle to stretch it, okay? So one of the biggest issues is text neck or tech neck, tension headaches, neck stiffness from being on the computer, our laptops, our cell phones, our tablets. It's a pandemic in of itself, right? I mean, so many people suffer from it. So it's a epidemic in and of itself, okay? So many people suffer from tension headaches, neck pain. I see it in my office. It is definitely on the rise, and it's because of technology. So some things you can do. You can do this once, twice, 3 times a day, 5 times a day. It's not gonna matter. But you only have to do it for a couple of repetitions, and literally it takes you about a minute, 60 seconds, and your neck and headaches will be gone temporarily until you get back on that computer and do it again. So you will have to correct your ergonomics, your posture. I did a great video on ergonomics. We also have an ergonomics, a digital ergonomics assessment on my website. Go under corporate wellness and you'll see it right on the website, and you can take a digital ergonomics assessment right there while you're on the computer checking it out, okay? So make sure you go to synergywellnessny.com and check out that ergonomics tab right at the top of the corporate wellness page, okay? Now, aside from that, let's talk about how to stretch your neck, how to get rid of your headaches in 60 seconds with active release technique. Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna take your 2 fingers, that's all you need. Your 2 fingers, your 2 pointing fingers, your index and your middle finger, okay? Now, you're going to take those 2 fingers and use the flat part of the finger right here, okay? And what you'll do is, you'll take, if you wanna stretch the right side of your neck, you're gonna take the left hand and you wanna take from the knuckle down to the fingertip and try to make skin contact. So from the knuckle to the fingertip, from here to here, you wanna make skin contact. So first, we're gonna start with the Scn muscle, sternocleidomastoid. This muscle runs right here and gets tight for people, and it attaches right onto the mastoid, right behind the ear, runs down and attaches onto the manubrium, the sternum right here, or your breastbone, okay? So when you run down here, you'll feel it, okay? And then right behind the trapezius are the scalenes and the levator scapula, and they're deeper in there, but the scalenes have an anterior, a middle, and a posterior scalene, and then the levator scapula. Everybody knows the levator scapula, and if you don't, it's that muscle that always gets tender right there on the corner of your scapula. Yeah, press your finger right there. If that makes you jump or irritates you, that's your levator scapula, and it runs all the way up through there, right alongside the scalenes, okay? So we're gonna stretch out the SCM, the scalenes, and even get your levator scapula and your trapezius. Everybody knows the trapezius. They come across the shoulder and then all the way down to the mid-back. It's a big muscle, but we're just gonna get the upper trapezius, okay? So here we go. Take the finger pad, take a tissue pull. So you're gonna go right on the SCM muscle, and right around it. If you have big fingers, then you'll be able to reach the scalenes as well. If not, you'll have to just go back a little bit and get the scalenes, and I'll show you how. So we do a tissue pull here on the SCM, and when we pull, we come up and we pull down, and then you're gonna laterally flex to the opposite side, and then go to neutral. You're gonna fingertip pads of the fingers, tissue pull down and laterally bend to that direction, and then laterally flex your neck to the other side. Good, and then again, tissue pull, come down with the tissue pull and then against it. Good, and I'm going ear to shoulder. Tissue pull, ear to shoulder. And then once I'm pulling away, I want to anchor this finger and hold it tight. If you're not able to do that, you take your right hand, the two fingertips, and hold them right on top and hold these fingers in place. So watch, like this. I'm not sure if you heard that, but my neck cracked, okay? So if your neck cracks, that's okay, all right? You're just loosening up the muscles. That's not bone on bone. That cracking is just a joint cavitating and gas bouncing off fluid, making that noise, just like you would open up a can of soda. So if you want to know more about the gas and all that, I did a video on that, what that cracking noise is during an adjustment. Check that out. But let's get back to the stretch. Now we did the SCM, we did about 5 reps there. Now we're gonna reach further back from here to here. And we're gonna get the Scalenes and Levator scapula. And watch, tissue pull, it's the same exact thing. And tissue pull on the Scalenes and Levator scapula. And you wanna put some firm pressure down while you're pulling the skin down. And then again, here's how you anchor your fingers. When you do this, you'll get more of a stretch, like this, and a nice firm tissue pull down. Good, and then we're gonna reach the fingers further back here, and tissue pull. And with this one, instead of bringing our ear to shoulder like this, we're gonna bring ear to the front of the shoulder. Okay, so you want to bring your head slightly forward like that. And you go like this and anchor the fingers down and again. And then you want to make sure you do the other side too. That's ART, do it yourself ART at home. I hope this helps. Thanks for tuning in.